Hello there, fabulous stitchy friends. I'm Kat and welcome to my channel Catkin and Lily, where we talk all things cross stitch. If you're new here, then I hope you'll enjoy seeing all my cross stitch updates, and of course if you're a returning viewer then thank you so much for coming back to spend some more time with me. Today is Flosstube number 18 and it's Wednesday the 13th of March. So yes, you may have spotted that it's been 3 whole weeks since we last chatted. I usually do my Flosstube updates every couple of weeks, but I went away for a bit and so I was going to miss my regular slot. So 3 weeks it was. And I don't know if that's why it feels like I have a lot to share with you. So I'm really hoping that I can keep this from being a feature-length episode, potentially with the magic of editing and me talking very fast, which does often happen anyway. Then maybe we can keep it to maybe something around a sensible length. And I have more new starts. I have a finish. I have a little bit of new stash. I've been pattern shopping, which is very exciting. And I have super exciting AOB, which I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. You will have to watch and find out, but you won't want to miss it. And I'll give you a clue if you haven't already guessed. It is something to do with all of you lovely subscribers. Of course, all my whips will be coming out for viewing, but if you've watched any of my videos, you know I like to start with the exciting stuff, which in this case is the finish. Now, some of you may have already guessed what the finish is going to be that I have to share with you, and it's so very exciting. I'll put the info panel up for you with all the details. It is, of course, my chameleon. It's the Menagerie illusion from Bothy Threads. I've been working on this one since June 2023. So not even quite a year, but it has felt like it's been quite a lot of work. And I finished it on the 29th of February 2024. Now, I didn't, as a lot of people did, I did not have a leap day start, but I did have a leap day finish. So, hey, that's kind of fun. And I will put up where I was the last time you saw it, so you can just see how little I had left to go. I just had a little bulgy bit on his head. And if you remember, I'd run out of a colour of thread and contacted Bothy Threads really quickly. They sent me out the bit that I needed. In fact, they sent me way too much. I only had a few stitches to do and I asked for 1 piece of thread and they sent me like 3, which I guess is good, but also feels like a bit of a waste. But anyway, meant I could get it finished and here it is. Isn't he amazing? Absolutely stunning. There's his eye. Let's see all of the amazing colours. So yes, I am so excited to have that one finished. I've given it a bit of an iron. I haven't washed it yet. And to be decided, because it's printed fabric, I actually don't know if it's going to be colour fast. So I'm either going to just risk it and chuck it in some water, but cold water, because that reduces the risk of it running. Or I might try and dunk a corner of it into some water and see if it runs or not, because that might just give me an idea if it's going to be safe to do. I really, really do like to wash all my pieces. I've always washed them in the past, but with using more hand-dyed threads and fabrics and printed fabrics, you can't always do it. Or you can, but you could just risk ruining your project, which I really also don't want. So, to be decided if I wash it, but it is ironed anyway, so I thought I'd make him look his best for showing you today. And then once it's all done, whether I wash it or not, this one will just be going in the pile for the professional framer because it totally deserves that. It deserves a lovely professional frame, so I will pop that aside for when I do a trip to the framers. Oh, and I did want to mention, on the subject of the threads with the one that ran out, this is what I had left of my remaining threads. And you can see for some of them, if you look at this pink one here, there's quite a lot left. There was quite a lot left of some of the colours. And then a couple I was really close to running out of, and the one I did run out of, honestly, I hear it quite a lot with the Bothy Threads kits, so it is something to be aware of if you're going to buy them. I wouldn't let it put you off. because you can just contact them on their website and they can send you extras. In fact, there's a specific thing that you can, with the information of what you need to put if you're requesting more threads, which sort of says something, doesn't it? That they actually have that information of, please let us know this if you're going to request more threads. Suggests they do get that request quite a lot. But they do fix it really quickly. So don't let it put you off getting any Bothy Threads kits, because they are also really lovely. So that was my one finish, and now we'll get into the whips. And we're starting with the big one. It's Chromatic Dragon, and I'm currently, let's check, I'm at 32,616 stitches, which is 15.58%. So that felt like a nice milestone. Every kind of the 5% milestones feel like really big ones. So it was fantastic to reach over 15%. And here's where we're at. It's looking fantastic. So again, I've actually worked a lot in this dark area, again, filling in dark up here. And I've actually got to this. This is the final one of these sets of horns that's here before I get a lot of black going that way. But I think I've done a little bit down in here as well, and I think some of this as well, because I don't always want to be stitching the black at the top. There is a lot of that dark to stitch at the top, goes all the way across. This is fun, I am actually over halfway across. This is somewhere in here, is halfway. So from here to somewhere in here is halfway. Obviously, just, yeah. not anywhere near halfway, like I say, 15% on the pattern, but I've reached the midpoint. So I guess that's something. Now, the dragon got called again on Whip Go with a goal of 5,000 stitches. And I've already done it once in January. I could have wished that it wasn't getting pulled again for that goal quite so soon. It's on 3 times on my Whip Go board, and now, so this is the second time in 3 months that it's been called to do 5,000 stitches. So, well, I know I can do it. I would probably not go for that many stitches because I've got other things I want to stitch, but Whip Go says I'm going to do it, so I am going to do it. And I'm currently at 2,247 stitches for March. So I'm almost halfway there. So yeah, it's doable, it's doable. So my second whip, there's a bit of excitement here as well. This is Rossa, which is my Bella Filipina mermaid that I started back in 23rd of September 2023. And I worked on her for a few months. She went on timeout somewhere near the end of the year, I think. And actually, I think about end of November. So I only worked on her for a couple of months. Then she went on timeout for me to work on the Winter's Gift. And I've swapped Rossa back in again. So picked her up again at the end of February. And I've actually finished all the cross stitches and the back stitches. I didn't realise I had so little left to do. Well, it wasn't so little, but I think I just worked really hard on her because I got really into it. When you see that kind of end point, I really want to work on something. So here's what she looks like. Isn't she just beautiful? So the bit I had left, obviously, was her head and hair and some of the weeds at the top. So there she is, looking absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I didn't really expect to get all the stitching bits done quite so quickly, but I'm really happy that I have. So just beading to go, and I have a plan for that, which is Easter weekend. I have a nice little break, got a few days to really kind of get my head down, get my head around the beading. I've watched some videos, tried a few things out so that I can hopefully sit down and work out exactly how I want to do it, because it's a case of fitting the beads on. It's a 32 count fabric, this, and a lot of the beads apparently fit a bit better on a 28 count. So we just I need to have a little play, make sure that they're all sitting really nicely. But yeah, I'm really excited to do that. And then hopefully she'll be a actual fully finish, not a fully finish, but just a finish very soon. Oh, and if you were thinking, oh no, you probably can't tell because you can't see all the fabric. If you were thinking she wasn't quite in the middle, yeah, she's not quite in the middle. I made like a tiny counting error when I first started her, literally right at the bottom of the mermaid's tail where I started, and I'm out by, I don't know, like 1.5 centimetres. It happens, doesn't it? And I've got so much fabric spare on this one, it absolutely doesn't matter at all. But yeah, just one of those things. The next whip I have for you is, there's a bit of a yay and a bit of a oh my goodness with this, because it's the Christmas mugs by Shannin Christine Designs. And the oh my goodness, what on earth am I doing with this is how far behind I am. I know I keep saying I'm not really trying to keep up, but at the same time, more mugs keep coming out and I have just not done very much. So we've currently got 4 mugs are now out. And here's where I was last time, which was still working on mug number 1. And the yay bit of this is I have finished mug number 1. So there it is. Mug number 1 is finished. Absolutely adorable. And you can see I've started, I really love this holly border as well. I don't know what it is, it's just really lovely. And I've made a small start on the border for mug number 2. So, as I say, yay, I've finished 1, but yeah, I'm crazy behind. And I'm just, a lot of the time, I'm just not feeling the love for this. I picked it up for the 5 days in February that I needed to do for my whip go, so I could tick that one off. And I haven't done any more since, and I haven't even touched it in March. And I don't know why, because I do really like it. I love Shannin Christine Designs. I love this design. And I don't know why I'm not being called to stitch on it. But I am not going to beat myself up over it. And you shouldn't either. If you have something like this and you're just not feeling it, honestly, the best thing to do is just pop it aside, pick it up when you feel like it. And if you don't, and you don't touch it, it's fine. Stitchy police are not going to come and tell you off for not stitching on something. At least I really hope not. They haven't come around here yet anyway. So we'll just see with this one. No pressure, no goals. Just see what happens. So the next whip is the Historical Sampler Company All Things Grow with Love Stitch Along. And we are now up to part 2 has been released. This is 4 parts and they're coming out every couple of weeks. So I don't think I'd even really started that much. The last time we spoke, because it was 3 weeks ago, I'd only just started on part 1. And now I'm well into part, I don't know about well into actually, I'm in part 2 anyway. So this is where we're at. And yeah, I've done, part 1 kind of came to about here. And then I've just started, so some of these bits here are in part 2. This is such a pretty stitch along. It's really, really beautiful colours. Really just lovely to pick it up and stitch it. It's not a difficult stitch. It's just, I keep saying it, it's just joyful to stitch this one because it's nice and easy, pretty colours. Yeah, just really, really enjoying it. And sorry for the couple of dangling threads. This is actually going to be a bit of a theme. I think I've got a few more projects that have got dangling threads and they normally don't because I don't like it. But the reason is that obviously I'd stitched this bit of border in part 1 and I just left the thread because I thought, well, it's probably going to carry on all the way down. But I didn't want to risk it and stitch it, even though it probably will. And then this was, I just started on this motif and had to put it down. And so I've still got a bit of thread hanging out on there, which, as I say, I don't really like to do that. My brain doesn't like the dangly threads, but sometimes it's just more efficient that way. So, yeah. So, like I say, we've got 2 more parts to come out for that one. The part 3 will be out next Monday, so not too long to go. So actually I do need to get a wriggle on with this if I want to try and keep up with it, which I do. I want this one, keep rolling along. It's lovely, as I say, to just pick it up and stitch a little bit every now and then. So I'm going to keep that momentum going and try and keep up with the stitch along. And the last of the whips that you have already seen before, if you've seen any of my previous videos, is the Wonders of the James Webb Space Telescope Stitch Along by Climbing Goat Designs. And this one is a 10-part stitch along. We have got 2 parts are currently out. And I was a bit behind starting this one because of waiting for some fabric. So I've not yet finished part 2. I've still got quite a bit left to do. But I've made good progress because the last time you saw this, I had some hexagon outlines and a tiny bit of, I think, blue stitching. So there wasn't a huge amount to see. There's definitely more to see this time. So we now have these hexagons. I've done the outlines. This one is all filled in. This is the pillars of creation. Let's see if I can bring this in for you. I can see where I'm going with this. There we go. So that's the pillars of creation, all completed. And then this loveliness here. So that's in part 2. And that is the cartwheel galaxy. And of course, I'm enjoying that one a lot because, well, it's pink. So really enjoying stitching with that one. Although there's a lot of confetti and it's dark fabric. So it's very much a daytime stitch, this one. And a not when my eyes are tired kind of stitch. It's kind of do a bit early morning on some mornings when I'm not working. And that's probably about all I can do before I start to go a little bit cross-eyed on it. So I have obviously got one more hexagon to do, and it's somewhere, I've done these ones, where is it? It's somewhere all the way down the bottom. So I've got to work some more hexagons to get down to the other picture to do, which is Stefan's Quintet. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And the next part, so part 3 comes out on the 25th of March. So I've got, it's not quite a couple of weeks, a bit less than a couple of weeks. So I don't think I'll be quite caught up, but I'm gradually catching up. So I'm pretty sure by at least, let's say, part 4 or 5, I'll probably be caught up. Unless I keep doing new starts, which is actually a fairly high risk, to be honest. Okay, so new starts, and I have 2 of them. The first is the Cotton and Twine February box from the Historical Sampler Company. So this is their subscription box. So of course this one is the February box. So there's another different box that's available now. But I've not done an info picture for this because it's a new start, but it's going to be a finish really soon as well. So I'll just show you the pattern on here. That was the February box. And I thought it was really cute. I really liked the muted palette. I don't have a lot of Easter stuff to put on display. Actually, I don't think I really have any Easter stitching. So I thought, yep, I will go for this box because it's on subscription, but I don't have every box. I just skipped some of them. So as I say, it's a start, but you can see it's getting quite close to a finish already. Well, I guess I've still got one whole rabbit to do, and then I've got the word at the top and the corner to fill in. So yeah, it is coming along quite quickly considering that I've only just started it. And this little fella, that dangly thread is there because there's going to be some stitching next to it, which will be a better place to run it in. So I've just left it because trying to run in threads like that, trying to run in this up and down here, it's obviously, you can do it. I just kind of go back and forth through a few, but it'll be a lot easier if there's some stitching next to it to run it into. So I've just left it hanging out there so that I can run it in when I've got somewhere better to put it. So as I said, because this is a subscription box, it's basically a kit. So I'm using all the bits and pieces from that. So the fabric is a 16 count Ada that's been specially dyed. You've got all the DMC threads included in there. And of course, because it's a subscription box, you get some other bits and pieces in there as well. So you do get some finishing stuff with it. It's got a backing board and some really pretty fabric to use to finish it, and the mini easel to stand it on as well. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not going to finish it. I've got some other ideas of the way I want to finish it, not the way that they've done it. I probably won't use the fabric. We'll use the easel because I really do like the mini easels for displaying it on. But yeah, I've got a few other ideas about finishing, so we'll see what happens with that one. And they always include a decoration, which in this instance was this really cute little bunny. I love this. It's really, obviously, it's really fluffy. I really like that. And as I say, I don't have too many Easter decoration type things, so that's really nice. And then the bit I always really enjoy, oh, sweet treat. Oh, my camera is having trouble with that. So I've got a chocolate egg, and I always save my sweet treat until I finish the project. That's my reward for finishing the stitching, is I get to eat the sweet treat. So I think / hope that this will be gone by the next time we chat, because Easter is only in a couple of weeks' time, and if I haven't finished it and got it up for display for Easter, then what's the point? So just need to get a wriggle on with that one. And my second new start is so exciting. I have been wanting to start this for a little while, and I knew I couldn't resist any longer. It is The Sorceress by Joan Elliott. Having put The Winter's Gift away, I was just itching to start another Joan Elliott because I absolutely love her designs, love stitching them. So The Sorceress came out to play, and I've started at the bottom, as I do enjoy doing that. So there we go. That is right at the very bottom of her dress, with obviously the crystal ball, a little bit of the cat, and then this chair leg there. I'm so excited to have started this. Oh, it's another one. I'm going to find it hard to put it down, but again, I'm going to try and keep it probably just to a weekend stitch. Oh, it's absolutely lovely, this. And it was straight in with some sparkle. Can you see? There's straight in with the sparkle, and if you can see, in the crystal ball and along the bottom of the dress, and these stars are in the crow neck. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this one so much already. And if you're interested, I actually stitched this during the football the other day, and this leg, that section there, that is 90 minutes of football stitching. That's how much I can get done in a football match, which on the one hand doesn't feel like it's loads, but actually it is quite a decent amount of stitches, that. And this is why there are threads hanging out all at the top of there, because that chair leg goes all the way up, and so I'm just stitching it up, and I don't want to have to count it. So if I just leave those threads hanging part way up, then I can keep working upwards until I can see something else to count off of. I don't think I'm making any sense. It's basically leaving these up here, and at some point I'll stitch the bits up here, and then I'll know where these finish, rather than me counting massive long lines of thread all the way up, because I don't trust my counting. Well, actually, obviously that's not true. I fairly trust my counting, but I'd still rather have multiple touch points to count, just to make sure I'm 100% right. So of course, I'm very excited to stitch more on that one. Hopefully you'll see lots more progress in a couple of weeks' time, because I probably won't be able to put her down. Okay then, we have got some new stash. Well, I have got some new stash. You might have some as well, but I definitely have new stash. And the first thing I got was this. I have to be really careful how I hold this, because I'm sort of trying to make sure that I don't know how much YouTube's going to enjoy this. So I bought this pouch from Kate Blandford. I'm censoring myself slightly. This is an organic cotton pouch for your stitching stash. It's got a really cute there's a little heart on the zip. And I'm going to use this as I'm trying to zip it open now. So what I'm putting in here is kind of like all my essential bits and bobs. I did need to put some more stuff in here as well, but I'm basically going to use this so that I've got all the little things in here that I would need, particularly if I'm going travelling. Thought it'd be really handy. So I've got, let me show you, I've got some spare needles. I've got just a random needle minder, just in case I don't have a needle minder in the project. I've got a couple of my little wonder clips, if you can see these. These are the ones I use to roll up if I'm rolling my project. I use those to clip it, and they're either sewing clips or wonder clips on Amazon. They're really useful. And I've got a little tin which has got, I can't show you this without dropping it on the floor probably, but it's got my thread heaven in there, and in here is some beeswax. So that's my kind of little thread gloss, what do I want to say? Thread conditioner in there. I think I need to put a little pair of scissors in there as well, but all my scissors are currently in projects. So does that mean I need a new pair of scissors to go in my little stash bag? I think it does, doesn't it? So I'm going to keep all of those little bits in there, and then when I'm travelling, it will remind me to just grab that little bag. I don't know if YouTube cares about that, but I'll be able to grab that. I might even put in there, actually, I've got like a little tiny light that I sometimes take with me, little LED light that's really great for travel. I'm going to pop that in there as well because I always forget to take that with me. So that needs to go in there. And then I've got a little travel bag. So yeah, really happy with that. So that's from Kate Blandford, and I will link that in the description for you. And I also got, while I was shopping with Kate Blandford, I bought a couple of new needle minders. These are, as you can see, the moon is all sparkly. So I got those because I've actually been using them. I popped them back on here to show you, but I'm using the black star for my James Webb Space Telescope stitch along because I thought that was kind of perfect. And I'm using the sparkly star for the Sorceress because that's also perfect. Now, I also said I'd been pattern shopping, and I sort of got enabled by the fact that Soda Stitch had a 20% sale. And I've been eyeing up their designs for ages and haven't bought any, so I sort of decided to dive in. And I had a huge long list of patterns that I liked. So I thought I was quite restrained when I only bought 4. So what I'll do, I'll pop pictures in. I've got my notes here of the ones that I bought so that I can tell you about them, but I will pop pictures in of them as we go as well. So the first one I got was the coffee gnome, because coffee. Me, coffee, match made in heaven. I absolutely do not function without my coffee, and the coffee gnome was gorgeous. So yeah, that one was kind of a given. That one just leapt straight in the basket. No thought at all on that one. The second one I got was the elf tree, because I've seen a few people stitching this on Flosstubes, and I now can't for the life of me remember who. At some point I will probably see it again, and I'll mention it. If you're stitching it, let me know. I just thought this was gorgeous. It's quite a big one, so definitely need to consider when I might be able to start that one. But yeah, it was too cute. Just definitely wanted to have that, so that one hopped in the basket too. And then I got Flower Elf, which is a little row of such cute little fairies. I do love a little fairy design. I don't think I've actually ever stitched any fairies, but I really like fairies. So I just thought these were adorable. And I really like that there's a lily of the valley in the middle of this design. And that is the flower for my birth month of May, and is also where the lily part of my name comes from Catkin and Lily. The lily is referring to Lily of the Valley, which is the May flower. Yeah, confusing, and I don't spell it the same way. So yes, very confusing, I realise, but I like the Lily of the Valley on there as well. And the final one, what did I get? Oh, Little Pirates. I just fell in love with the little characters on this, and I thought it's fun. I like the kind of that long thin design, the same with the fairies as well. Just thought it was a bit different from other shapes of designs that I've got, and I just felt like I was going to have a really good time stitching the little pirate characters. They're just adorable. So that was my Soda Stitch pattern haul. As I say, I could have bought loads more, and I don't know when I'm going to stitch these. I think the coffee gnome is probably the one that I will start first. And the other thing I did, as far as patterns go, is that I signed up for the Shannin Christine Designs monthly chart club, if that's what it's called. I can't exactly remember. I'll put links again in the description for you in case I have tempted you. As you might have gathered by now, I really love my Shannin Christine Designs, and I thought the monthly club was really good value. I now can't actually remember how much it is per month. It's somewhere in the £8 to £10, and I think it's £10, and you get at least 3 charts a month for that. A big one, a couple small ones, there's Christmas ones in there, Halloween ones. it feels like you get so many charts thrown at you. I actually won't have time to stitch them all, but they're just lovely. And I have been meaning to sign up to it for a little while, but was reminded about it again recently. And yeah, I just went for it because I just thought it was lovely. So I don't have any plans for any of the patterns yet. I have downloaded a few of them because they're all free once you're paying the monthly subscription. So yeah, watch this space for probably a lot more Shannon Christine designs. Now, I have been saying for a few episodes, I think, that I have fabric on the way, or I've had some bits arrive. I still don't have all of the fabric that I've ordered, and honestly, this video is going to go long enough already. So I'm going to save the fabric until next time and hope that I've got it all here as well, so I can just show you all at once all of the fabric that I've been buying, because there was quite a lot. To the point where lovely husband Dr. Tim, as I say, he is very lovely, even he's starting to question, do I really need quite that many pieces of fabric? So, I mean, the answer is yes. Yes, I do. But yeah, it has got a little bit maybe out of control. So that's for next time. And the final bit of stash I have to show you is something I actually bought while we were on holiday. I saw this photo frame and I thought it was lovely. And I just thought that would be really nice with some cross stitch in it. So I got myself that to put some cross stitch in. So now I just need to find something suitable to go in there. And this is not cross stitch related, but I also saw this and couldn't resist for my Easter display. How cute is this little bunny? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I saw his round little body and cute little face and I couldn't resist. So yeah, along with a few other bits. I'm not going to inflict all of it on you, but I did buy a few little bits and pieces. Oh my goodness, this is really getting quite long, but I do need to talk about plans for the next couple of weeks. And let's see, Whip Go update, January done, February done, March new start done. So just the 5,000 stitches on the dragon to go. Should all be good on that front. So definitely be working on that. What else? I've already got my plans to bead Rossa. I've got lots of whips to still be working on. Maybe an FFO or two. I have got a few things that will need finishing. Certainly that Easter design, that will need finishing, fully finishing. So there's that to get to as well. And maybe try not to start anything else. But yeah, do you know what? I'm pretty sure there's going to be more new starts by the next video. I can just feel it. I don't know what it is. It's March Madness. Just start all the things. I'm already itching to start another specific football project to stitch when the football is on, because I spent a lot of last year stitching on my Christmas Friends design. And I kind of want another Christmas project. I don't know why. I want a Christmas project for stitching during the football. And yes, I know I have the Christmas mugs. But some of the football is in the evening and I can't see, I don't know why, I can't stitch the Christmas mugs in the evening. My eyes just don't want to do it. So it can't be that one. So maybe that's just an excuse, but I think I do have another Christmas project that I've already got that I might do. So yeah, maybe more new starts, even though I really don't need them. Okay, let's move on to AOB, any other business. And I guess let's try and whip through it very quickly. In football news, Liverpool won the EFL Cup. Yay! It was a horrible match to watch. It was so anxiety inducing, but good result in the end. So, phew. In gardening news, had little bits of good weather and I've tidied up most of the garden. Just got some summer flowering bulbs I want to put in, but yeah, some progress on that. Okay, so the very big item of AOB that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Did you guess what it was? I have 4,000 subscribers. Over 4,000 subscribers. Wow. That's over 4,000 of you utterly amazing, totally wonderful subscribers. I am blown away by it and so very grateful that you come back and watch my videos and listen to me waffling about cross stitch. So that means that we have a giveaway. And I've tried to keep it a little bit on the low just to avoid the YouTube trolls. The excitement is very much not low-key. The excitement is off the chart. But I've tried to keep the giveaway a little bit quiet. I have 2 prizes up for grabs. And if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning them, there's a word that I'll give you for each one, that if you just use that word in your comment, if you'd like to be entered into the draw for that particular prize, then use that word, and then I'll go through and do a random pick from those. Please, 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 as always, don't use the words prize, giveaway, win, all that kind of stuff. Let's keep this under the troll radar. And of course, please be over 18 so that I can ask for your address to send the item out to you. And these can go anywhere in the world. No restrictions on entry. Now, I will announce the winners in my next video in 2 weeks' time. So just checking my dates on that. That will be the 27th of March. So I will probably not draw this until Monday, the 25th of March. But I would get your entries in by Sunday, the 24th, just to be on the safe side. But I will probably draw it on Monday, the 25th. So it's up to you how late you want to leave it to be in with a chance. Okay, so the couple prizes that I have. The first one is another one of these, because I just grabbed another one while I was getting one. I grabbed another one because I think they are super cute. I've left the tag on this one, which says about the organic cotton. This one has got a sparkly star charm on there, on the zip. And to go with it, I put a needle minder. This is the little grumpy face. How cute is that grumpy face? And so sparkly, so that matches the charm that's on the bag. And I'm kind of sad because I wanted to get one of those for myself and there was only one in stock. So one of you is going to get to win it instead, and maybe I'll get another one for myself sometime in the future. But yeah, I kind of wanted that one, but no, one of you guys can have that. So the bag and the needle minder from Kate Blandford, and the word to use for that one is grumpy. I'll put the words on the screen as well, just so we don't have any spelling issues. But yeah, the word for that one is grumpy. And the second prize I have up for grabs is a piece of fabric. I'll show you this here. I haven't unfolded this. I will try and unfold it and show you the whole lot, but it's going to be quite difficult to do. It's actually quite a big piece, this. I can't even show you how big it is. Look at that. That is amazing. I'm showing you this. I can't see out from behind this huge piece of fabric, which is a 28 count even weave in the colourway Shimmering Seas, and this one's from Pole Stitches. And like I say, it's quite a big piece, this. In fact, let me check. It's 25 by 27 inches. So really nice size piece. If you would like to be in with a chance to win that, then the word for that one is shimmer. So again, I'll pop that on screen just to avoid any spelling issues. But that is the two prizes up for grabs. So I will announce the winners in the video in a couple of weeks' time. So make sure you get your entry in by Sunday, March the 24th. Now, I do also want to start doing some shout outs to some other fantastic floss tubers, because I have found so many amazing people to watch, and I really want to start doing some shout outs. I am aware this video is probably going to be quite long, but bear with me because I think you'll love watching these people as well. So I'm going to do 3 as quick as I can shout outs. And the first one has to go to Leah of Leah's Cross Stitch Corner, because she probably won't mind me saying she's an absolute nutcase. She is amazing to watch, such good fun. She is 100% keeping it real. She says it as she sees it. I absolutely love watching her. She has opinions and she's not afraid to share them, and I really enjoy that. I also love her selection of whips. We have quite a few things in common. in our whips because she keeps copying me. She won't mind me saying that because she says that all the time. I'm only saying it because she often says that, you know, where I go, she follows, and it's true. But we've also got whips that we've got the same whips that we didn't know each other were doing, and we've suddenly ended up with the same whips, like the Sorceress. So I don't think she's started hers yet. But anyway, go and give Leah a follow. I'm sure you'll enjoy the chaos that is her floss tube. She also says it's chaos. Again, I'm not being mean here. She fully says it's chaos, and I am absolutely here for it. My second mention is for Janet Jabber. I'm absolutely hooked on watching her videos because her joy in cross-stitching and her positive, uplifting vibes are just, they're so infectious. I always come away feeling really uplifted when I've watched one of her videos, and they're quite short videos, which in this day and age of so many floss tubes to watch, I appreciate her lovely, short, snappy videos, beautiful whips. Yeah, highly recommend. And my third and final mention for today, at least, is Andrew of the Runner Stitcher, who kind of exploded onto the floss tube scene a few months ago. And again, an absolute delight to watch. He's a fairly new cross stitcher, and watching his discovery and exploration of cross stitch is just wonderful. And again, I love his whip selection, such a fantastic array of projects, and yeah, just really fun to watch. So that's my 3 recommendations. As I say, there are so many more that I could recommend, but I'll save those for another time. And with that, I am finally done. I hope this hasn't been too crazy long, but I do have to say thank you again to all my wonderful subscribers. And if you've enjoyed this and you're not subscribed, then get it done. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. And until then, happy stitching. Bye for now.